It was noted that the Three Body Problem movie is in post-production, and footage of the announcement made its way to social media. The Netflix version of Three Body Problem hails from Game of Thrones showrunners and teams them up with Alexander Wu from The Terror Infamy and True Blood. It's based on the award-winning novel The Three Body Problem and is a sci-fi epic that spans decades and features an alien invasion. You have arrived at the Cinema Gold Show. I'm your host, Larry Lewis. Today, we're breaking down the latest box office numbers and headlines from around the industry. But first, dive right into today's first topic. Inside Out, they delivered a historic 155 million US opening and a 295 million globally in a massive Pixar comeback. Where to begin in describing the emotions that Hollywood and theater owners, not to mention Pixar and its parent company Disney, are likely feeling over the stunning start of Inside Out 2 at the box office. In a joyous comeback for Pixar, the tentpole opened to a massive 155 million domestically over Father's Day weekend, well ahead of an expected 90 million. It secured the second biggest animated launch of all time for a 3-day weekend, not adjusted for inflation. It also did historic business overseas, where it opened to a record 140 million for a global total of 295 million. The biggest opening of all time for an animated film in like markets when accounting for exchange rates. Fellow Pixar sequel Incredibles 2 is the crown holder for top animated domestic opening at 182.7 million, previously followed by Universal's The Super Mario Bros. Movie at 146 million, which Inside Out 2 has taken its place. Pixar's Finding Dory at 135.1 million, and Disney's animated Frozen 2 at 130.3 million. Inside Out 2 is just what the doctor ordered for Pixar, which has endured several years of suffering, including when the former Disney regime decided to send a trio of Pixar films straight to streaming. Internationally, the film only opened in 60% of the marketplace this weekend. It broke records across Latin America, where it secured the second biggest opening of all time behind Marvel and Disney's Avengers Endgame, and opened to 30.2 million in Mexico alone. Inside Out 2 also drew big numbers across Europe and Asia. South Korea ponied up 14.9 million, and the UK 13.9 million. Heading into the weekend, the 200 million sequel was tracking for a North American debut in the 90 million range, in line with the first film, which went on to earn nearly 860 million globally. Instead, Inside Out 2 is the first movie since Barbie almost a year ago to cross 100 million in its launch. A symbol of just how beleaguered the box office has been so far in 2024 due to strike-related delays and a downturn in moviegoing. And like Barbie, Inside Out 2 has every chance of joining the billion-dollar box office club. Inside Out 2 earned glowing reviews and boasts a Rotten Tomatoes critic score of 93%. It earned an A cinema score, while the Rotten Tomatoes audience score of 96% is a Pixar best. Inside Out 2 started its box office run with 13 million in Thursday's evening previews, well ahead of expectations. Traffic was so strong on Friday that it became clear that the film would open to at least 130 million to 140 million domestically. By late evening, rival studios were throwing out estimates of 140 million to 150 million. But Disney and Pixar continued to take a safer approach and sticking to a prediction of 140 million plus. Thanks to Inside Out 2, Sony's Bad Boys Ride or Die, which is now in its second week, overall domestic box office revenue was up the first time this year. Father's Day weekend came in a hefty 30% ahead of the same weekend in 2024, when DC's The Flash and Pixar's Elemental opened to disappointing numbers. The Flash quickly fizzled while Elemental was eventually able to find its stride. Bad Boys 4, retaining Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, fell 42% in its second weekend to 33 million, as it cleared the 100 million mark domestically and 200 million worldwide. 20th Century Disney's Kingdom of the Planet Apes came in at number 3. As it nears the 400 million mark globally, it earned another 5.2 million domestically for a North American total of 157.8 million and 374.5 million globally. Sony's The Garfield movie placed number 3 with 5 million for a domestic total of 78.5 million. If the third PG family picture in the upper reaches of the box office chart was in a close race with Warner Brothers' The Watchers for number 5 with an estimated 3.5 million versus 3.7 million respectively. Wherever it lands for the weekend, director John Krasinski and Paramount will be happy celebrating If, crossing 100 million domestically. And now on to our next topic. The Three-Body Problem is getting a movie adaptation. A new movie is in the works based on the popular Three-Body Problem novels. The first season of Three-Body Problem premiered on Netflix back in March, and the streamer has already renewed it for a second season, with a third also in development. If that wasn't enough for the Three-Body Problem fans, there's also a movie to look forward to in the future. Chinese filmmaker Zhang Yimou, apologies for butchering his name, and Light Media CEO announced the Three-Body Problem movie over the weekend during the opening forum of the Shanghai International Film Festival. It was noted that the Three-Body Problem movie is in post-production, and footage of the announcement made its way to social media. The Netflix version of Three-Body Problem hails from Game of Thrones showrunners and teams them up with Alexander Wu from The Terror Infamy and True Blood. It's based on the award-winning novel The Three-Body Problem and is a sci-fi epic that spans decades and features an alien invasion. The official description of Three-Body Problem reads, quote, "A young woman's fateful decision in 1960s China reverberates across space and time to a group of brilliant scientists in the present day. As the laws of nature unravel before their eyes, 5 former colleagues reunite to confront the greatest threat in humanity's history." Let us know your thoughts on this topic in the comment section below. Are you a fan of the Three-Body Problem? Are you interested in seeing a movie version of these stories? Let us know. And now on to the next topic. Fast X Part 2 received a big update from Vin Diesel. Fast X's sequel just got a nice update from Vin Diesel. On Instagram, the star revealed that Zach Dean is hard at work writing Fast 11 right now. The next installment in the beloved franchise is in pre-production. Now, Dean isn't a newcomer to the Fast movies. He helped write Fast X, and that fact should delight fans hoping for a resolution to Dominic Toretto's latest pickle at the end of the last film. The movie is scheduled to hit theaters April 4th, 2025. However, with the script not yet done and a large task of filming a Fast entry, that date could change in the next few months. Despite all of that, Diesel is encouraged by the process, focusing on the future for himself and the entire Toretto operation. Dante Rios feels like he got an absolute victory the last time we saw our favorite band of car thieves / world rescuing heroes. Resolving all the damage that Jason Momoa's villain has done is going to be a big undertaking. However, Toretto and company are getting some backup from Dwayne Johnson, who surprised us all by popping up right before the end of the last movie. With so much carrying over from the last film, it's a good thing that director Louis Leterrier is back in the saddle for Fast 11. Unfortunately, the writers and actor strikes will likely prove to be part of why the movie's 2025 release date feels like a long shot. Vin Diesel has mentioned the project on social media from time to time, saying that fans need to be patient, because what's coming is very powerful. Are you excited for the next Fast movie? Stay tuned to Cinema Gold Show for more news on the Fast franchise? Let us know in the comment section below. Have you enjoyed all the movies, or are you kind of done with the franchise? Think they should just put it to rest? Let us know. And now on to the next topic. Today, now we're going to play a game, States to Get Rid of. We're actually restarting this. We had it, I think, a couple of weeks ago. And we're going to, every week, we're going to name off 5 states we'd get rid of, leaving the best for last. So, starting off, we're actually going to be on the East Coast this week. And it's first one I'm going to get rid of is Maine. Just, I've personally never been there. There's not really that much to go there for or see or do. You got fishing and all the ocean and whatnot, but I mean, you got that down in Florida, Texas, California. So, I mean, they don't really have that much. Second one actually pairs with 5, and it's going to be West Virginia and Virginia. I'm going to get rid of West Virginia simply because of John Denver and his dumb song. And for number 3, it's going to be North Carolina. Just in general, there's not much there. You got foliage, and that's about it. What else is there to do in Carolinas? So number 4 is South Carolina, simply for the same reason as North Carolina. There's not much there to do or see, so it's not really worth being around. And let us know in the comment section below, what states would you get rid of first? Give us your 5, and stay tuned next week for our next 5. And one more game we're going to play is going to be our last meal. We're going to give you our appetizer, a meal, a side, a drink, and a dessert. You let us know in the comment section below what your death row meal would be. So starting off with an appetizer, we're going to go... This was actually difficult because there was a lot of food I like for appetizers. But I'm going to go with curly fries from Arby's. In a meal, there was plenty of meals I like. I would almost go with like a home cooked meal. Then it's like, it's your last meal. Do you really want that? It's your last. Couldn't go anywhere else. So I'm actually going to go beef Wellington, Hell's Kitchen. More specifically in DC, but I mean, you can go any Hell's Kitchen and they have it. And it's a side. Obviously, you want a side that kind of pairs with the Wellington. So I'm going to go with a mashed potatoes with like a beef gravy or something. Some kind of gravy that pairs with beef Wellington. And then as a drink was actually pretty easy. It's going to be A&W root beer, ice cold, in a chilled mug. And now for the dessert, which this is tough. I really don't know what I want. So there's a lot of good choices. So I'm going to go. Outback used to have it. Don't think they have it anymore, but it was a chocolate cake with a raspberry sauce on the side. It's really good, and they used to have it all the time I went there. And that's our last meal. So it's curly fries from Arby's, beef Wellington, Hell's Kitchen, homemade mashed potatoes for a side, A&W root beer, ice cold, and a chilled glass, and a dessert, the chocolate cake from Outback. Let us know your last meal in the comment section below. And of course, give us a thumbs up if you like the video. Hit that subscribe button down below, right there somewhere. And hit the bell notification button to be notified of future videos. And before we go, we'd like to remind you of our sponsor, or I guess the proper term would be affiliate of the episode. I want to share something that's completely transformed my meals at home, and that is Good Ranchers. If you're like me and love quality meat, you'll want to hear this. Good Ranchers sources only the finest American raised beef, chicken, pork, and seafood. You can really taste the difference. Knowing that these meats come from hard-working American farmers who care for their animals with pride makes it even better. When I choose Good Ranchers, I'm not just getting top quality meat, I'm also supporting local farmers and their families. What I love most is convenience. Good Ranchers delivers premium cuts of meats right to my doorstep. No more last minute grocery runs or settling for subpar options. I can cook up a delicious, high quality meal anytime I want. And it's always a hit with my family. So if you want to elevate your dinner game and support American farmers, check out Good Ranchers today. Trust me, you'll taste the difference. With that, I'd like to remind you, if you want to support the channel, you can buy us a copy at buymeacoffee.com/cinemagold. As always, thank you so much for watching and listening. We'll see you next time.